Don't you dare leave this video. Don't you dare leave. I mean, seriously, don't do it. You're too cute. Figaro, don't you do it. Don't you do it either, Elsa. Don't do it. Anyway, it's not in the usual spot. That's the usual spot. It's kind of messy. We gotta clean it up. But, just got done watching Tremors bloodlines. Thought I'd do a review on it real quick. About to watch this Bigfoot movie that's coming on. Bigfoot show. Bigfoot caught, whatever it is. I don't believe really in Bigfoot, but, I just find monster cryptids fascinating. I like it. And Figgy's right here with me. About to take a nap. Hey, buddy. Hey, boy. It's funny, he was, last night when I watched it, it's not recent, I watched it last night. He was, laying down with me. Right, buddy? You got a flea right there. Yeah, you got a flea right there. I'm going to grab it. Oh, wait, no, it's not a flea, it's a flea crap. Whew, I may have to take a crap in a minute. We just had tacos for dinner. Yep. Man, that felt good. But anyway, let's see. I think he's still here. Hey, buddy. Get a close-up on him. Right, buddy. Hey, look. Hey, buddy. Alright. Let's see, where do we start? I would not say it's my favorite in the series. Tremors, Bloodlines. I wouldn't say it was bad, but I wouldn't say it's good either. I liked it more than the fourth one, but I definitely say the first three I would like definitely more. The first trilogy. The Graboid looked much more beefed up in this one. I'm just gonna call them butt flyers. Because my mom caught me saying their real name, I would be beat to a pulp. But anyway, the butt flyers were much more terrifying. I have to give them credit, they actually got me with a few of those jump scares. Like when the one dude is hanging in that cave, when he falls down, that got me. And a few others too. It was pretty fun though, seeing Michael Gross back as Burt Gummer. He's pretty funny in it. Definitely felt like the character. Let's see. Yeah, they did a pretty good job of keeping the special surprise to the end. This is a spoiler review. Apparently, his cameraman forgot his name. Is his son. From a one-night stand like 40 years earlier or so. But, let's get on with the Graboids first of all. So, with the American version, you got eggs to Graboids to Shriekers to butt flyers. With these guys, you get eggs to Graboids straight to butt flyers. And, well, we don't know unless they come back in another sequel if we do get Shriekers, but I doubt it. I think that's the way they took this one. They got a lot more spikes and much toothier. The Graboid is probably, I would say, right around 25, almost 30 feet long. And the original Graboids are about right around 15 to 18 feet long. So, let's see. And the Graboids are the only ones that can really do anything different. The butt flyers really are just bigger and toothier. And I gotta give them some credit. The CGI in it was pretty good. Looked pretty good. The Graboid, it doesn't just burrow like a Graboid or the American version. It twists. Kind of looks like a drill going through the ground, and they will jump out and go back in. They got like 5 of the beaks on them for the mouth, and the tongues, which I kind of thought was stupid in the beginning, but I don't know. It was kind of cool towards the end. They can become detached, and they're like snakes. Thought I just heard someone knocking at the door. See, Tiggy even heard it too. But let's see. Dadgummit. Um, probably the stupidest part, I think, is how they killed it. It was kind of cliche what you would think how you could kill a worm. They basically just put a whole bunch of rods into the ground, and they let lightning strike it. And then they just blast it with guns. And that's how they kill the first graboid. I think there's two graboids. Because first graboid, the one woman kills her and her assistant and her daughter. They blow it up after it attacks a truck. And she's able to shoot a bow and arrow through a butt flyer. That was kind of the thing that got me, was this movie feels like a mashup between Tremors, The Ghost in the Darkness, which if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. It's a really awesome movie, and Jurassic Park. Because you're in Africa, they're hunting for a predator, which it really gives a feeling of Ghost in the Darkness. You got the graboids, and then when they get into the kitchen, it feels so much like Jurassic Park, like a foot coming down, and it just going over. It even looks in through the window. I mean, even though they don't have eyes, it's right in front of the window. And then, they get, the assistant and the daughter get trapped behind a metal table before the graboid runs after them, and the mom, with a bow and arrow, goes straight through it. The only thing, how does that thing go? How does a bow and arrow go straight through a metal container or table? And they got it whole. The only reason they did that was for the joke of it almost hitting the dude in the groin, which just seemed really stupid. And let's see. Even though I've explained many scenes, I'll go on with the beginning. In the beginning, you got Burt Gummer going on explaining the graboid's metamorphosis. He's now like a survivalist. He goes on about how he survived the previous Tremors movies. And let's see. Apparently his camera guy switches out with another guy, which happens to be his son. You find out later on in the movie. And a billionaire comes and offers them money. They basically, I'm trying to think of this. They just have a whole argument on how to trick this guy into paying the money. And anyway, they go to Africa. There's a lot of discussions, and then you find out that two paleontologists dug up an African graboid, which a short time later, while they're making out in the shower, they get eaten. But back when they get to the place, and they find out that he can't get his big firearms in, and he's got to go out with like elephant guns and stuff like that. And then they find the bodies, and then they go back to camp, and that night, they are attacked by two butt blasters. One they chop up, or it could have been the same one, and then one picks up black dude and flies off with him, or glides off with him, and they go running after it. Bert gets up in a heat retardant suit, and there's jokes that go around about how the butt blasters take off. And he gets out, and the butt blaster doesn't see him. It looks like he set a trap, and it comes down and kills him. And Bert starts lighting it up, and then it flies off, and then it attacks the car with another guy in the car, which later on you find out he's a bad guy. They go back to get the others, and they go out and hunt it again. And The dude that was in the car earlier with Bert, the only guy that was there, he basically gets lit up as one tries to take off. And Bert shoots it again, and it loops around, tries to go after Bert again, and he finally just blasts it again. And it, on fire, crashes and falls on the guy, burning him alive, basically. And I'm trying to think of the connection there, how they... Later on, Bert and the millionaire who called him there, they go out and try to hunt them. They go on the hunt, and they find a graboid egg somewhere. And the dude locks Bert up in a cage that was meant to trap one of them. And he goes through different delusions, and you get a cool little callback to Heather, Reba McEntire's character from the first movie. And he says how give the RPG to someone, take care of it, and he missed it so bad, and at some point her... And, let's see. His son comes and rescues him. Then they crash the car as they were trying to break him out of there. And while they're off running around trying to get back to, well, to kill the graboid, that's how everything goes down at the village, or the little area where the woman, the assistant, her daughter are, and how all that goes down, which I already explained. And they find the millionaire's car. They go around looking for him, and they find him, and they tell him to get on the rocks because the graboid's coming after him. And then the tongues shoot up and attack the millionaire. And turns out that they're trying to get the egg. And Bert goes on about, no one tells me, there's no, like what he said in Aftershocks and Back to Perfection. What was it? Dadgummit. No one ever inspects these things before he comes, or something like that. I forgot his little line that he said in, like, the past these three movies. And, the tongues kill the guy. Well, no, they kill the tongues, and he runs out and gets eaten by the big graboid. And they go off, and, they find the nest, and they go in and they plant a bomb. Or, no, they don't. What did he... Yeah, he goes in and tries to... His son goes into the cave, idiotically, and tries to kill them all, while being pursued by a butt blaster. They find out they're very protective over the eggs, and he's able to escape while closing it in. While Bert's able to make a call to a guy that you see earlier in the movie, kind of a crazy guy, and he's got a helicopter, and to bring his weapons to him. And he does. And to get to the chopper, they run along. Well, that comes later on. Hold on. They see it land, and they're trying to tell him get onto the rocks or take off. And the graboid attacks. The tongues kill the guy in the copter's assistant. And then the big graboid shows up, and he starts blasting it with Bert's weapons. And I guess he tries to take off or something like that. I forgot what happens. He couldn't have... I remember now that it comes out of the ground, the tongues swirl out, grab him, and eat him. Hold on a second. Anyway, they try to get to the chopper, because it's got machine guns mounted to the side of it. or missiles. They run through with... Get out of here. They run through a herd of cattle to disguise their seismic interference, their vibrations, and they are able to get to the chopper. They take off. Well, they get to the chopper first, and then they find out that the guy survived. He had Bert's weapon in there, and he was able to shoot at the graboid, and she spat him out, and so he lived. And they take off right before the graboid almost gets them. And they shoot a couple of missiles into the nest, killing them all, which apparently ticks them all off. The last graboid and the last butt blaster, all of them are ticked now. Meanwhile, back at the village, they already killed the graboid by exploding a car, the butt blaster, and they try to make it to a village where the rest of her crew were. And they find out that the little girl has a graboid egg that she dug up somewhere. And they make it out and get a car. Well, no, they dropped off the guy at his place, they left the helicopter, and they drove to the village where everyone meets, and the little girl ran away from the previous area after the car exploded, and is in the village and is surrounded by tongues from the graboid. And they're not attacking her because they want the egg. And they devise a little plan on how to kill it and all that. One of the dudes comes in and grabs the egg and takes off. They blast the tongues at the same time as the other guy comes in and grabs the little girl. They kill all the tongues, and the big graboid starts chasing him on the motorcycle while they start putting prongs into the ground to attract lightning to kill this thing. Anyway, it was kind of a cool scene where he turns around and the graboid misses him. Then he comes back, and they're able to trap the graboid in there. And of course, it shocks the ground, kills the graboid, they light it up, and they kill it. Then there's a whole scene where they are just celebrating, and they're eating the graboid. Disgustingly. They are roasting it. Bert talks about how he's going back to Nevada, and his son talks about how he's going back to Florida. And then they just decide to go in it for the long run, and that's how the movie ends. All in all, I give it about 2 out of 5. Because the first Tremors is one of my top 10 favorite movies, and I love aftershocks. But yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. I mean, you can watch it. But I don't think I'll be buying it. I think I'm just going to buy the originals. Because I watched it online. And I gotta plug up Moe's. Hold on a second. There we go. Hey, Tiggy. But anyway, I got another video posting up. It's the video of my leech. I caught the leech under a rock by the river, the same place where I got all these catfish. And as close as I can find, it's called a land leech. There's not really an encyclopedia of the species of leeches that live in the United States. But he's warty and bumpy, he's green and yellowish color, and he goes through goldfish like crazy. At least I know he's eating. I've had him about 6 months. But anyway, hope y'all like this review. I got another video coming up of my Christmas list I got coming up, along with my favorite things about the holidays, you know, and favorite Christmas movies, which is my favorite part about Christmas, really, is the little cartoons that come out and all that. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and me and Tiggy will be back in the next video.